Y'all know what type of time I'm on when I step in the scene, man. Had them bottles ready, had them sparkles ready. It's gonna be a good night. Last time around, it was different. Somebody tell them pay attention.
Yo. Welcome to this brand new episode of Another City King Podcast. It's your boy John and my co-host Bree, and we are here. We had some interesting stuff, some controversial stuff had taken place in the past week. Well, a lot of juice-worthy stuff has taken place, and we can't wait to tackle these subjects and give our city opinion about these subjects. But we're gonna start with the verses that just took place. Probably one of the more entertaining verses out of all the verses. We had the main event, which was Omarion versus Mario. That was the main event. And the pre-verses, or you call it undercard, because the main event was Omarion and Mario, was Bobby Valentino, Ray J versus Pleasure P and Sammy. So they had like the 2-on-2. I enjoyed the verses. It was a lot of people saying their best, but other than that, there was a lot of shit talking. I enjoyed it. It was enough to keep me watching and all the shit talking that took place. But we'll start. Let's talk about the pre-card. Let's talk about the 2-on-2. How did you like 2-on-2? Felt like it went off a little too long. It was just right, or it was just the right fix of like the match entertainment.
Let me tell you what happened. I was like, I ain't watching this shit, right? Then Devin was like, oh, you gotta watch it, because guys do research in my pod. Johnny, why was I standing up the whole time acting like I was in a concert?
I feel like that's what makes a versus good. Like I feel like that's
no, but I feel like this verse was good because I was reliving my childhood. So I loved Sammy.
Yeah, it was nostalgic. Yeah,
I loved Pleasure P. I loved Bobby Valentino. I was singing all the songs. You wouldn't even believe it. I was going in. And so I was like, yo, I'm about to I need to go to a Bobby V concert. That's what I need to do now. Okay. That and a Pleasure P mixed with Mario. I'll be in there. Swimwear. I was so Ray J, he upsetted me the whole time. So, but when I think of Ray J, I never thought of oh, he's a singer. You know what I'm saying? So I really wasn't I knew he was gonna do One Wish and Sexy Can I, but after that I was like, okay, bring back Bobby.
I feel like Ray J's been around for he did start, putting out music.
Yeah, but
early age.
No, he didn't.
Fine. I'm pretty sure he definitely started. What was the first song? What was the first song he was on? It was definitely in the 90s.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. We're not gonna talk about major hit. Maybe his major hit came later, but I'm pretty sure Ray J's first record came out in the 90s. Let's see. Discography. His first album came out in 97. The first album was in 97.
Which album was that?
Everything You Want came out in 97. So that's what, 25 years ago. Yeah, he was 16 when he first dropped this album. He's 41 now. Yeah, he started early.
Johnny, nobody gonna remember that. Again. Okay.
I did. I did. Right, that's
that was because he was doing this TV show. Yeah. Again, it was because
that helps.
He can't sing.
Also,
he can't sing.
Also, what helps?
He can't sing.
I'm
gonna let you come to his defense because that's what you do. But Ray J can't sing, and he's never been able to sing. To me,
I think he just had an off night. I think he could sing.
No, he was always out of. If you go back to, because after the verses, I was like the next day, Monday, when I went to work, I was like, I'm gonna listen to his albums. I was like, I'm gonna listen, and all his songs are auto-tuned.
Oh, you feel like shit, it's enhanced. Okay, but what I'll say is, I think there's like different tiers of singers. You know what I'm trying to say? Like with the singers. No, I'm being serious. Like there's some singers that what you hear on the record is how you hear them when they perform it live. No, like nothing. It's just you know who has like the strong vocal, like vocals. I'm not saying he's the best vocalist, but I think I think he's far much better than what he gave us during the verses. I think he's far better than that.
I don't know.
You don't think so? I think
he was on stage with some amazing singers. If you want me to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm not saying he's better singers than them. Some of them could be better singers than him. I'm saying I think.
And then him getting upset about them singing One Wish. That shit, they sang it better. Shit, I was like, Sammy, sing the song. I was excited for Sammy to sing the song.
It was kind of funny. Like he looked kind of confused, and it was all in the background, like
singing
it.
They were a little they were confused too on what the hell he was doing.
Yeah, I'll say he had an off night. You know, some singers have off nights. Some singers never miss a beat, but it's it's thing. You know, obviously you've seen. What
okay, so let me tell you what. But let me tell you what bothers me about that. I think because he thought it was VCon, he can do whatever he wanted to, and I don't think that's cool. Like a lot of them was taking this serious. Yeah, and so to me, it's like a smack. It's like a smack in their face because they were taking it serious, and he was just taking it as a joke, Johnny.
No, but I want to say he took it as a joke. But one thing I'll say is I feel like that happens a lot. I feel like some of these verses, a lot of the artists just going there. They're not going there with the competitiveness. They're just going to do what they do. They're not knowing like, oh, it's like it's also a celebration, but it's a little, so it's what you call it's a little competition. It's also a celebration, and music is like you go through their whole catalog, you play some records, you pick it, but some don't really take it as a competition. It's a light competition. It's a little friend.
Listen, Mario killed that shit. He took that shit as a compliment.
So I'm gonna say we're done talking on the call. We're gonna go to the main event where where what attracted most people into watching the verses. Say the guys that came before, but the one that everyone wanted to see was the headline, the Mario versus Mario. I would say from my watch, first half, Mario had a landslide, and then I feel like in the second half, the back end of the verses, Mario gave it was much better, but it still wasn't enough to catch up. I think Mario won it in the first half, and after that, it was just like it was just a performance. I think he did enough to just like, yeah, he won, and just performed, but I feel like Omarion's performance improved more on the show, but he got off to a slow start, performance-wise. He came out there dancing or whatnot. Maybe there was technical difficulties with his, mic or whatnot, but he didn't even sound the best in that versus. But Mario vocally sounded amazing. He sounded good. He was ready.
You mean Melon? Because his performance was a whole gimmick.
Yeah, he was doing some other stuff. He thought that stuff was
what the fuck?
He thought it was all right.
What does Step Up had to do with the Step Up? Oh, You Got Served. What did You Got Served got to do with the verses? He didn't sing that song. That was Timbaland's song.
He wasn't on the song?
No, that's Timbaland's song. Whatever I say, y'all gotta do. Whatever I say, y'all gotta do. Whatever y'all say, y'all gotta do. Y'all do.
I guess because it was on You Got Served,
but that's not his song. Again,
I'm gonna try to answer. I don't have the answer for you. I'm gonna try to do this.
There is no answer because he was a fucking gimmick the whole time. He didn't need to take out that watermelon. He didn't even do nothing like sexy with that shit. That shit looked nasty. Like his whole performance was a gimmick. And the crazy thing is, Omarion has enough songs where he didn't have to do gimmicks. It could have been just a simple, beautiful, like again, I'm not the I like some Omarion songs. I do, but I'm not a big like Omarion fan because again, I've always thought he's another person who's always been auto tuned as well. So I just
studio enhancements.
Right. So I've never been a big fan. Now Mario, on the other hand, I've always been a big fan of Mario. I know a lot of his album songs that didn't make like
the album cuts, like not the singles, but the songs that made the album.
Right.
Not more. You will have to hear the album to know it. Those type songs.
Right. I mean, I'm a big fan of Mario, and he's always been a singer to me. And this was just a very great performance. I loved it. I feel like it was more of like a concert. I feel like he was serenading me through the TV, and I was just like, I'm here for it. Mario.
Well, at least with this performance, for those that probably wasn't giving his flowers, they could give him his flowers because he came in, he showed out. You know what I'm trying to say?
Who wasn't giving Mario his flowers? Because I think that's disrespectful. I thought he was gonna bring Zendaya on the screen because he did a remix with Zendaya of "Let Me Love You," and I was like, if he brings Zendaya on this right now, I
don't think he approached it that way. I think he was just gonna go there and do what he do, and that's how he was gonna do the verse.
I'm just saying, I thought he was gonna bring Zendaya.
Why I say that?
What would have been cool? It would have been Lil Wayne. If he would have brought Lil Wayne on.
I feel like Mario could have brought some people on, but I don't think that was part of his plan. But what I mean by his flowers is like, going into the verses, just most people felt like Omarion was gonna win. You know what I'm trying to say? Most people, or not saying like to who knows whatnot, but like people I talked to, I heard the only person that I've spoken to about that verses that said Mario was gonna win was Cat. Other than that, I wasn't hearing.
Cap is that nigga.
You know what I'm saying? It was more Omarion. It was gonna be Omarion this, Omarion that. That's what I said. Like, he came, showed out, and you let people know, like,
Cap is that nigga. That's why Cap knows the real deal.
Yeah, but he doesn't say he's the only one. He's legit the only one that told me before going into it that Mario was gonna win. I didn't hear
because he's that real nigga who knows what it is. Everybody who knows what it is that Mario's gonna beat the shit out of Omarion. Omarion ain't shit. People just have this very bad connotation that Omarion, just because you got hit doesn't make you a better artist. Okay.
It depends.
But if you do see tickets coming out for Mario, Pleasure P, or Bobby V, hit my line because I try to go to a concert.
I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed the verses. It was a little chaotic, it was a little controversial, but I felt like it was a really good show. It wasn't some of the best performances. I'm serious. It was some good performances. But
you telling me you wasn't sitting there like I was like waiting for Bobby to sing "Turn Around." I was like, yo, he better sing that shit right now because I have an outfit for that concert. That would actually be a dope concert to go to though. Because I forget how many songs Bobby has like in his closet. Like he's had songs with everybody.
He has some songs, but as I'm saying, it's like I feel like that's what I said when I said the whole flower thing. I feel like some artists just I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe I gotta get more into it. I just feel like some artists that people know exist and they got these records don't get it's like people forget like, oh nah, when it was his time and he was out and about, he was putting out all this. I feel like some artists get forgotten somewhat, while other artists like people don't forget or just like follow him. But that's at the end there, it was good verses, very entertaining, and just it's influence to our Fab 4 segment, and I can't wait till we get to our Fab 4 segment later. But this verse is definitely influenced it. But speaking of, artists, Chris Brown dropped a new album. Chris Brown just recently dropped his new album. It's 24 records. Did you listen to the whole album or
Johnny? No, I did not. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not gonna sit here and say I did listen to the album. I did not. No, listen. It was too much going on. It was just I didn't get to listen to it. When I see 24 songs, I start to get nervous. It's like
I gotta break it down. I already told you, like, there's nothing wrong with 24 songs, but it's like me listening to 24 songs, I'm basically breaking that one album into two albums. It's gotta go 1 through 12, and then the rest it'll be 1 through 12, 13 through 24. And that's how I'll basically listen to it, like a two disc album.
It just makes me nervous. I don't have time to be listening to no damn 24 songs. The ride to my job is only an hour.
Let me see what it says. It says your ride to your job is an hour, and the whole album is an hour and 20 minutes.
No, I mean, like, I have other shit to do on my way.
But that's what I'm saying.
I mean, I plan on listening to it because it's Chris Brown, and I'm a fan of Chris, so I definitely will be listening to it and definitely be trying to vibe and see where we're going with this. Are we having another like Drake incident? But I plan on listening to it. I just hope he don't let me down, and I think that's what I'm scared of. He's gonna let me down, and then I'm gonna be pissed because I'm a Chris Brown fan, you know.
I didn't finish the whole album, but I will. But from what I heard a couple of songs. It sounds solid to me. You know, it sounds good. Okay. But I gotta listen to the whole thing. I just, like I said, 24 songs. I don't know. I don't think just me and most people nowadays don't got the attention span, but as long as the shit is good, you're not gonna realize it. It will just keep playing. You're not gonna realize, oh shit, I just listened to like 20 records.
Right.
You're gonna be enjoying it. You're gonna be vibing, so you're not gonna be like, oh shit, this is 23 records. Damn, I'm at the end already. But also, you know, since the album dropped, he has these, you know, interviews. He has his $1 million worth of game interview. He got a Drink Champs interview. He has a couple of things because, you know, he's doing his press tour. But one of the clips from his Drink Champs, basically, and it touches on the topic we said before. He says he will be willing to do a versus Usher.
I'm excited for that shit. Let's go.
Which, when the verses came out, was probably one of the most talked about, wanted matchups from everybody. Once everybody was like, versus this, versus that. Oh, we got to get Chris Brown. We got to get Usher. You know, obviously they both got big, huge fan bases that are ready to clash with whatever fan base to say their man is that guy. Both guys are amazing talents, both legends in the game. But I would enjoy the shit out that versus if it happened. Because at first it didn't seem like Chris Brown was willing to do it, but it sounds like he's willing to do it now, and they could make that work. That would be dope. I think it would be something very dope to see.
I'm excited for that. When I tell you, I can sing Usher songs without the words. I can sing Usher songs without the words. I can sing that whole first Chris Brown album without the fucking words. Let me say something. This would be exciting for me, but the only thing is, I don't want him to play the music he wants to play. I want him to play my favorite.
That's the thing. It's just people want the music. They want the artists to play the music that they want them to play, but sometimes they don't play. But I feel like in this case, for them, because they're like two like heavyweights in the game, and like he said, if he used to do a versus, it'll be like a celebration. They could definitely celebrate each other and enjoy the show, whatnot. But there's not a little friendly competition. No wrong with a little friendly competition.
I don't want it to be friendly.
But the way he talked, he said he wants it to be a celebration. So that's what I said. If he wants it to a celebration, a tribute to both their catalogs.
I'm just saying I don't want it to be a friendly competition. I'm just saying my opinion. I don't want it to be I want it to be a very, very, very like competitive. Go at it.
Or you want them to really like, oh, you played this track, now I'm playing this track, and you want to like basically you want them both going in there trying to beat each other, just and saying like, who I see what you're saying. But that's what I'm saying. Like the way he was talking, he's like celebration. That's why I wouldn't mind. You know, they do it, have a little competition. He plays this record, they play their records. But I think it'll be dope, and that's probably one of the more wanted verses. I feel like. What?
I mean, once we see that, I'm done with Verzuz. Like, we can stop.
I'm not gonna lie. Once you see that, it's probably gonna inspire you to want to see them to do something or try to. I don't know if there's something better that they can get, but we'll get into that later. Definitely get into that later. But I'm pretty sure it will inspire you. Nah, we gotta get this person, that person. You know, we gotta get them to match up and see how it goes. But overall, that's dope versus we'd love to see. Definitely, if you haven't checked out Chris Brown's new album Breezy, check it out. 24 records in there. I know that's the first thing I look at when I look at people's albums, like how many records is on there. But if you haven't, give it a listen. You know, support Chris Brown. But we're gonna move on to another. Yeah, we've been talking about your favorite artists this whole show, Bree, but we're gonna talk about one of your other favorite artists. Well, your overall favorite artist, but it seems her single "Break My Soul" has stirred another artist the wrong way. She's just been letting her feelings out, how she feels, this and that. So I'm gonna let you carry this part of the conversation. How do you feel about Azelia Banks?
You're not letting me. We're not carrying nothing. That's a problematic child. She's always been problematic. She's always been like, let's cut the bullshit, Johnny. She's always been problematic. Nobody in the industry respects her. She always got an issue with somebody. And again, she didn't create house music. House music has been around. So why is it when Beyonce's song now hits, everybody wants to refer to Azelia Banks? Get the fuck out of here. Hell nah. We're not gonna tear down. It's an inspirational song. Everybody keeps saying that she started house music and all this other stuff.
Which is true, obviously, because it came out before she was even making music. But it's just, I feel like since she commented it and she made a couple of records, I don't really listen to her to say, or she might have did the style, not house music, the genre, but the style she did, she probably did it before Beyonce, yeah. But realistically, not to shade her, not that many people, her fans would know.
Nobody know her?
No, people know her. But I don't listen to her, but I know who she is.
For being problematic.
Well, she has been.
What do you know her for?
A couple of controversies. That is true. She's been in.
Couple?
Yeah, she has definitely
She's been in a few, Johnny.
Well,
a few, I mean, not a couple.
Yeah,
no, let's make it known. She's always been.
Definitely had a few headlines.
People know her for going on Wild 'N Out and getting upset about them making jokes about her, knowing that Wild 'N Out is a joking like show. That's what they do. That's what they're supposed to do. Oh, I can't stand her. So listen, let me say something.
Not everybody can take a joke. Not everybody can take a joke.
So then you shouldn't be on Wild 'N Out because that's.
Yeah, I agree.
But then you shouldn't be on Wild 'N Out.
That's true.
You shouldn't be on Wild 'N Out because that's.
That's true. No, I'm saying that's true. I agree with you,
Johnny. Right. Not everybody can take a joke. I understand if they made a joke about you when you was off the show, but you willingly went on the show knowing. Listen, I'm not with it. I'm gonna tell you this.
Knowing you're gonna, anybody for the most part, all the famous people that go on that show, they get roasted. They go because you're a special guy, so they're gonna hit you with some jokes. They're gonna let it.
I'm gonna tell you this. Nobody's gonna take this win away from Beyonce. Her song is a hit. She's a hit. Nobody's gonna take this shit away from her. Again, it's an inspirational song. Who tries to tear down an inspirational song in a time like this? God. So what if it has like a fast beat or if it's house music? So what? It's inspirational. It's an inspirational song. Why are you laughing, Johnny? This ain't a joke. People always trying to tear down Beyonce.
That's not true.
That's true. It's because she's the greatest of all time. People always trying to tear her down.
One of the GOATs, yes. One of the GOATs. I told you who's the GOAT. I told you.
Johnny.
You just agree to disagree. I told you who's the GOAT. She is one of the GOATs, yes.
She one of the GOATs. She is the GOAT. Johnny, don't do that. Let's not turn this into a Beyonce show now. I already told you about that.
MJ is the GOAT.
Okay, whatever you say.
She's one of the GOATs. Well,
Okay.
like I said, we agree to disagree, but it does like, I'm not gonna say not everybody, but I'm pretty sure there's been times that people will take their chance. People like to tear down greatness. Greatness is greatness, and sometimes it's a little envy when it comes.
Right. Azelia Banks have disappeared, and we have not heard from her or seen her. Now all of a sudden, Beyonce comes out with a song. Now she wants to.
Everybody's entitled to opinion. She made it seem like she wasn't a big fan of Beyonce's songs. If you're not a fan, that's fine. If you're not a fan of songs, you're not a fan of songs. But yeah, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But I just feel like the way she was coming at her was like, damn, you would have thought there was something personal between the two.
It is personal. Azelia Banks stuck, and Beyonce is a goat.
Not to shade her. You think Beyonce know who she is? Not to shade her.
You shading her. It's a lot of shade.
That's not
yes,
shade.
And it's okay, Johnny. You can shade her because again, yes, you can. You can shade an artist who thinks they belong up here when they're not up there. Okay, it's okay.
No, don't say shade. You can criticize, but I'm saying
it's okay to throw shade at her too, because to me it just doesn't make sense. Her references are not like we could say, oh shit, that sounds like an Azelia Banks beat. We don't even know what Azelia Banks music sounds like. Do you?
In honesty, I've heard 2 songs from her. I don't remember the titles, but I've heard 2 songs from her. Okay, I'm being serious.
No, I've never heard nothing from her. So
the first song, I'm not gonna lie, the first song I heard from her was a long time ago. It's probably around when she first came out. She had like some crazy ass video. I don't remember the name of that song, but like the video was crazy. What the fuck was the name of that song? I don't think if you look up on YouTube, you might not be able to find it, but I don't remember the name of that song, but it was like a crazy ass music video. I watched that shit, probably came out almost 10 years ago. Let me see. I'm gonna YouTube it, see if I find it, and I can tell you the name of the song.
You look for that.
I'm gonna scroll, but I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna find it though. I'm not gonna hold you. Oh, that's crazy. I did find the song, but I think that's it. I think that's the first song I heard from her. And probably that might be the only song I heard from her. I might have heard another one, but I don't know for a fact I heard one. But yeah, everyone's entitled to their opinion. She feel like that song ain't what she's rocking with.
She's just annoying. She only wants to, when she does come out, she's just trolling. She's a troll. Whenever you hear about her, she's always just a troll. It's nothing ever good coming out her mouth.
But I do say it's like, again, no shade to her. It just seems it's a little more controversy with music, because when I hear her, it's nothing about album drop, a single drop. Right. Yo, check out her new video. It's her basically going at it with someone. I don't know. That's the narrative she wants. She enjoys the controversy, but other than that, it's just always, she had a situation with this person, she had a situation with that person. She just likes that person. Her and her go back and forth, but it's usually that, and it's never like, oh, yo, you hear her new album, yo, you heard that new single, or anything positive. But everyone's entitled to an opinion. So if she says she don't like the song, doesn't make her wrong. If she says she don't like the song, she's entitled to her opinion. But all the other stuff is, I guess, is just up to, I don't even know what to say or what to call it, but it's just, she felt how she felt. But we're going to move on, and we're going to go into the BET Awards. Again, every time we talk about award shows, I always say, I don't watch award shows like I used to. You say it as well. Did you?
Hold on. Hey, Fiance came on.
But like I said, we joked about how we don't watch award shows no more. But
right, 90 Day Fiance was on.
Well, you seen what I sent in the the ASO chat, JT from the City Girl said she only showed up because she thought Beyonce was going to be a surprise appearance at the awards. I don't know if she was joking or being dead serious, but
she was dead serious. I watched the interview. She was dead serious. I believe her.
You believe her because you be in the same position. Oh, I came because I thought Beyonce was gonna be here, so that's why.
Right. If Devin when Devin gets invited to the BET Awards, I'm only going if I know Beyonce is gonna be
there. You're not gonna go support y'all. You just gotta go. Oh, like, damn.
We are the ASO. We being honest. I'm telling you my honest truth. I'm giving you my truth. My truth is I ain't going to no award show unless I know Beyonce is gonna be there. If Beyonce's there, I'm there. That's what I'm giving. Okay, don't be mad at me because I'm a supporter of Beyonce. If she's there, I'm there.
Yeah. But for the most part,
if she's not there, then it's not a big award show. That's how I feel.
A big highlight of the show was, Diddy getting that Lifetime Achievement Award and celebration of Diddy's music. We even had a surprise appearance from my guy, Ye. My guy, Ye, showed up. And he did, he did a little speech.
He sounded like he was out of breath. Sounded like he couldn't breathe in that black mask.
But, he showed up to the BET Awards. They honored Diddy. And, Diddy does what Diddy does. They put on the show.
Little Kim, what the fuck was that?
You said what?
What the hell was that with Little Kim, man? She was so off the beat. She was so off. I was like, this ain't right.
It probably was, the microphone and the sound wasn't fully on.
Oh my God, Johnny, it can't always be the microphone. Sometimes it gotta be the artist. Sometimes it's just right.
It be malfunction sometimes. It definitely be
malfunction. Right. It wasn't the mic. She started off beat. Like she don't remember when she's supposed to start. Listen, I'm about to be young M.A. Is it M? Young
M.A. You talking about the rapper?
Yeah, the one that he's dating. That she put up the sign, "Go Poppy."
Oh, you're talking about Young Miami. You're talking about Young Miami. I think that's right. You're talking about the other half of the City Girls. It's JT, and I think it's Young Miami. Or I hopefully I'm pronouncing it right, but I think it's Young Miami.
But here's my problem. Okay, so during the BET Awards, he was thanking the women in his life. And it got some backlash because she was holding up the sign and so many comments were, don't look like her because, he thanked every other woman in his life, even the woman who left him, but not the one that he's with now. So let's give a little backstory, okay? Kim Porter is the mother of 3 of his kids, 2 of them being twins.
The twins and the son, yes.
Right. And he was with Kim Porter for a while, right? And so I expect him to make a moment for her. And Cassie, even though Cassie left his ass, Johnny, she was with him for 12 plus years. How can you not? She was with him through some dark times, some rough times, some times where he didn't even want to be tied down into a relationship. She was with him. And so I'm happy that he gave her the flowers that she deserved because she held it down for 12 plus years with that man, Young Miami, again, is just new to the scene. They only been dating for a few months. Why should he thank her? What has she done? Well, Cassie was with him when,
I was saying, but just speaking to the people, because as people that was making them big scene, she had the gold poppy sign. And it's like, oh, he didn't mention her in the thank you speech. So he basically speaking to the people that are speaking on that, basically saying that's relatively new. There's not much that they even experience much to be like, yo, I'm thankful. I guess you can say I'm thankful for having the person in my life, but it's still relatively new. Because you're seeing there was a whole situation, had a situation with her, and then the other girl that was going back and forth in Young Miami. I don't know if you caught that a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, Bow Wow's baby mama.
You said who's what?
He was with Bow Wow's baby mama for a couple of weeks too.
No, but it was another female that actually started rapping, and she I don't remember her name, but she's been around Diddy. But she had a back and forth on social
No,
media.
I'm talking about.
I'm talking about
Because he's been, he
I'm
was.
talking about the more recent. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
I'm talking about the
no,
more
he was
recent
talking.
situation. That happened a couple weeks ago, if not last month.
But Bow Wow's baby mama. But Bow Wow's baby mama was last month.
No, that was not. That was the last month. That was the last month. Last month was this situation I was telling you about.
Okay, so it was 2 months ago. It was like 2 months ago, not even. He
like
was still supposedly talking to Young Miami. No,
like
it wasn't. Because I remember Bow Wow talking about it in some interview.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, it doesn't matter to him as long as these the people she has around her kid, his daughter is like decent, whatever. He was talking about P. Diddy.
But that's the same. So, but yeah, like I said, that situation was very new. He doesn't necessarily have to thank her yet, and I don't think she should feel some type of way of him not thanking her. But you know, I'm trying to say she's there supporting him. So obviously,
how do you feel about what's his name, Lil Nas X, saying that the BET Awards is homophobic and they didn't want him on there, and they didn't want to give him his flowers, even though he had #1 hits.
Basically, he said for the people that they got, basically saying they only put the other two people on because his dispute with BET is the reason why they got other black gay men to perform, was because his whole issue. That's what he said. I forgot. He said it was Billy Porter. I forgot the other name. And Lil Nas X responsible.
Santana. Saucy Santana.
Saucy Santana. Basically, he is basically saying BET only put 2 other gay men to perform is because they snubbed Lil Nas. I guess in his case, you could say he has an argument because, like, no disrespect to either one, Lil Nas X is a fucking big ass artist. Like him or not, he's definitely one of the more bigger artists that's out today. Like him or not, he is one of the bigger artists.
But I think because he trolls a lot, that's why they didn't want him on the show.
That could have played. No, I'm saying that could have played a role, but I'm just saying, like, no, wait. How do you explain having those 2 people and not a Lil Nas X on the show? That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that's what they did. And shout out to them getting their moment. I'm not saying they didn't deserve their moment. They got their moment. But how do you explain having them on the show and not having Lil Nas, who's probably the biggest artist for that community? He is the biggest artist for that community. Or one of.
He's a troll.
Well, maybe that played a role in it, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying what they are, but in his mind, he has a good argument. He's like, damn, look at all my songs. My songs be like my songs is everywhere. How do you not have me? How do you not nominate me? Or even if you don't nominate me, how don't you ask me to come and perform one of my songs?
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. So in his shoes, he has a clear argument. Like him or not, he does have arguments like, damn, because he does have the records, you know, he has numbers, he has the case to be like, damn. He had a case to be nominated. It's like, oh, if you're not gonna nominate him, invite him to at least participate in the show. He had a case for that, but they didn't do either. But
right.
That's something, you know. So that's what I'm saying.
I mean, I just feel like he's a troll, and so
it is what it is. Like, he's one of the smart ones.
That's what happened. Right.
Like, he knows how to troll. He knows how to play with. Like, he just knows how to, you know, play troll in his favor. He's one of those that knows how to troll in his favor and work the trolling to his liking. That's what I'm saying. So, but that's what. All that aside, that probably played a role, but he has a legit case. Like, he's a big artist. He has probably a couple of #1 records. He's one of the more popular artists of today. You probably hear his songs, commercials, in places you legit hear a Lil Nas song, Lil Nas X song. But that's what I said. I don't I'm not saying disagreeing with his statement about them. I'm just saying, in his view, he has a legit argument against them because it's like, damn, how do you argue that we didn't try to offend or mean to offend you or whatnot, but how do you tell one of the bigger black artists that's part of the LG? That was crazy. But like I was saying, like he's one of the bigger black artists of today, and he's part of the LGBTQ plus community. So he has that as well, and they chose not to invite him, and then they invited two other, black
Right.
artists up that's part of the LGBTQ plus, but they chose to invite them. Shout out to them having their moment, but they didn't invite the biggest artists of, or not gonna say the biggest, but one of the bigger artists representing that community and representing everything. But yeah, that's like I said, he has a fair argument with them, and they will have to settle it. I'll see. I guess we'll stay in tune to see how they settle it. Do you feel he has a fair gripe or no?
Yes.
So you say yes. I don't know.
I feel like he a troll, so BT was basically protecting themselves. But I feel like it, yeah.
Or say anything else
I
on
like
BT
it.
Wars caught your attention, or
No.
no robberies of awards, no other performances caught your eye. That's it.
Nope. Yep.
So we're gonna close the door on the BET Awards and jump into some real controversial shit. So now we're gonna talk about the state. Oh no, well yeah, the state of America and how everyone's feeling after certain thing was overturned. So last week, I think it was in May, a month ago. I think it was kind of leaked that Roe v. Wade was on the basically they was leaning towards overturning it. It was kind of leaked. There was like a draft or a memo or something that was leaked that basically showed that the outcome that we are in today. So we're gonna fast forward from there. And then we get in the middle of this past week. They voted the Supreme Court voted 5-4 to overturn Roe v. Wade. And for those who don't know, that's the
It's 5-3.
It was 5-3? 5-3. Oh, 5-3, yes. I would say 5-4 because it's supposed to be 9, but I guess it's only 8 right at the moment. But so it was 5-3. And basically that's the women's right. That's basically a law that basically protected women and was for the women's right to an abortion. But now, since that's been overturned, many states have basically went to basically ban it from being in their state. So a couple of southern states have already put paperwork in there to say, oh, it's not going to be banned in certain places. Other places basically said, if a citizen from my state is to go to this state where it's allowed, we won't send the woman to jail, but whoever took the woman to the place to get the abortion will be punished, criminally punished. It just, yeah, so a lot of states already making moves to like ban it. There's a couple of states that already said they will not ban it. Companies said they will even pay for certain employees who live in these states that are banned to, they'll cover it. But overall, when you read the news, how did you feel? Like,
It's a very touchy subject, right?
I'm pretty sure it's one of the more touchy topics that we could talk about.
Right. It's touchy because who are we to tell women to do what to do with their body? We don't tell men, and men and I'm gonna give you an example. Nick is a great example. We can't tell Nick to stop going around spreading his cum in everybody, but you would tell these women that they can't have an abortion. Abortion is just not if you don't want the baby. Abortion is atomic pregnancies, miscarriages, because you got to remember they forcibly for miscarriages they have to go in there and take some of the baby's particles and stuff like that out. They have to like basically scrape you, the same thing they do for abortions. Atomic pregnancies are considered abortions because they have to go in and forcibly take the baby out. If not, the mother will die. You get what I'm saying? So who are we to say that women can't have abortions? Who are we to say what they can and cannot do with their bodies? It's their bodies. Ultimately, they have to. There's repercussions there's repercussions that come with abortions, and you as a woman have to take those repercussions. Again, I just feel like this is going to lead to some suicidal raise in death rates because women are gonna, like they used to do in the back days before abortions were illegal back then, they used to go to like these butch shops and die at the table, die late days later because again it was dangerous. These people are not medical, physicians. They don't know what they're doing, but they think they know what they're doing. And so it's just gonna be a sad time for women. The dumbest thing I've heard is that you get arrested for taking someone to an abortion clinic. That's dumb. So what happens if she drives herself? Does she get arrested for driving herself?
It depends on depends on the state because each state is passing different things. So one state will basically is banning it and saying like you go somewhere, basically whoever helps you go there will basically get in trouble.
It was just a sad time. I mean when I heard it, I was just like, it's just stupid. It's just stupid because now women are gonna go to places that are not legal.
But there's still some states that's still pro-choice, so it's not like obviously it is a loss because overall it's not protecting all states, but there's other states that you can still go to.
Right, but then you have to afford to get down to the state, and again,
yeah, that's also that place.
Abortion. Sometimes you have to go back and do like checkups just to make sure you're okay, your body's okay, and there's no complications there. So again, you have to stay in that state for a couple of days and stuff just to make sure that you're good. So it's not an easy 1, 2, 3, and then you back back to your house and stuff like that, Johnny. So again, I just feel like if you didn't have the money, if you don't have the money to do so, how can you go to a different state and do it? You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna cause a lot of deaths. It's gonna cause a lot of it's just gonna be a whole lot of mess. And I want women to protect themselves out there, and unfortunately, that means now women who, God forbid, get raped and now come out pregnant from this rape. That means you got to keep it. I just don't understand the concept of this.
But
it's stupid.
All I'll say is I'm definitely pro-choice. Again, it's the woman's choice. She gets pregnant. She decides what she's trying to do with it.
Right.
When it comes to the topic of abortion in general, I'm all for choice, but like I'm dead center. I'm not against it or for it. I'm just dead in the middle. My honest opinion, I don't know what when it comes to that, what's right or wrong when it comes to that. Right. So when it comes to abortion, I'm legit in the middle. I'm not for it. I'm not against it. I just I don't know. So, but I'm all for the choice. So it's your choice. So you do as you please. It's your choice. And I feel like America shouldn't have the right to take away, or not. I don't say people's choice, but women's choice when it comes to that matter. I feel like it should be their right to choose, and it should stay that way. But,
right.
So when it comes to choice, I'm all for it. Pro-choice. Do what you know. For the woman, choose what you want to do, whatever. Depending, because everyone's situation is different. You don't know who's situation what. I feel like the best thing is to do allow them to choose how they want to move forward in life with whatever situation they got going on.
Right.
But it's it's a lot of stuff because I've seen this we got basically the pro-choice people versus pro-life people, and it's just like the great debate between two people. There's like the main two people that's standing on opposite sides of this conversations, pro-life versus pro-choice, and
Right.
they basically carry this whole thing. And I feel like this this may or may not lead to a slippery slope to other things, or lead to other things that being looked at that might slowly take away people's rights and freedoms. It's like, we overturn this. Let's see what else we can overturn. Oh no, I don't really like this one. We overturn that. So this could be basically a slippery slope, and a lot of things could be and a lot of stiff stuff that were once or protected may not be protected in the next coming year. It's gonna be there's gonna be a lot of protests, gonna be a lot of legal battles, it's gonna be a lot. So it's something to pay attention to, and we'll follow it. But it's just unfortunate that's they decided to overturn it. And in the midst of that happening, in the midst of Roe v. Wade being overturned, a new gun bill was signed into action. So to basically, it's the first gun bill to address this mass shooting problem / gun violence problem that we have in this country, because this country definitely has a big problem. I also do feel like, in my honest opinion, I feel like this bill only got passed due to the other situation being overturned. So it's like, I feel like it's just a political chess match. It's like, I can't, this happened on my watch. I can't have that on my resume and not do something about this situation. So
Right.
we're going to fight that. So that got overturned. We still going to fight that, but I got to get something in here to be like, all right, look, that shit's gonna be a battle. I'm with the battle, but look, while that's happening, look what I did for right now. The new gun bill basically is gonna make it much harder for people under the age of 21 to get guns. It'll be a more rigorous background check. Also on that bill, I forgot the term that they use basically, and I forgot the term that they use, but it's a term in it. So say if you're someone that's been, convicted of a domestic violence or accused of domestic violence, you would, I think it's convicted, you would be barred from ever. So someone who's had a domestic case will be barred from ever being legally able to obtain a gun. If you have a domestic case, it's one of the things that's in the bill, but they passed the gun bill. This is like the first right step into preventing all this mass shootings, and we've seen there's been so many mass shootings, and the gun violence has been terribly up this year. But that was like their first step to do that. How do you feel about that bill as a whole, or you feel like it should be a little more okay?
It's bullshit. Ain't nobody gonna listen to that shit. Nobody gonna listen to that shit, Johnny. People buy guns without going to the store and buying them.
Well, yeah, that's what I said. You don't gotta get. Most people don't get their guns legally.
Right. I just feel like.
Well, a lot of people. I'm not say most people because I can't even.
I feel like if you can't buy alcohol, you should not be able to buy a gun.
That's understandable.
It shouldn't. We shouldn't make it difficult for them, for the people, anybody under the age of 18. I think we should make it difficult. I think we should make it. You can't be able to buy a gun until you're over 21. If drinking can lead to killing and unwanted decisions, what do we think guns can do for someone who's 19 and pass a legal background?
No, I was saying that. I'll also say what plays a role. I guess what plays a role in that is the fact that an 18-year-old can enlist and join armed services at 18, and maybe
right. If you join,
maybe it plays a role in their decision.
Right, but if you could join the army, that's cool. You're only using the gun on the base, because army people don't have guns off the base. They don't give them guns off the base.
But I'm pretty
They're
sure.
not cops.
I feel like some of them do own guns outside the base.
Own the gun, but the army doesn't give you guns off the base.
Oh yeah, they don't. You have to go.
Okay,
You have to go get it yourself.
Right.
That's how it goes. Yeah.
Right. I'm just saying, it's not like you going around with a gun off the army base because they gave you a gun. So again, and that's a different situation. I'm talking about these people who are too young to buy alcohol but could buy rifles. That doesn't make sense to me. If they're not old enough to drink because you think they're gonna make impaired decisions, then that's the same way it is with these guns. I'm just saying, I feel like the bill should have set the age limit to 21. The same as liquor.
You feel like they should have just set 21. You feel like one of the things they should have addressed was rising age limit of.
Yeah. No? I feel like if you can't go into the store and buy fucking liquor in the same Walmart that sells guns, you can't go into Walmart and buy a gun either. That doesn't make sense to me. So they're gonna card you for liquor, but not card you or it's easier as well. It's harder, supposedly, to go in now and get a gun, but I think we should make it impossible, meaning cut that off until you're 21, until we know you're a somewhat of an adult. Then at that point, it should be a difficult process for you to get a gun because you're still young.
I agree. I feel like at this point they have to make certain instances they have to make certain things happen. That way they can find a way to neutralize the violence, because it's just definitely at a higher rate with the mass shootings and the overall gun violence. America,
everybody's scared to go out. You can't even go to subways anymore.
Oh, I seen that. That subway story was crazy.
You get what I'm saying? You can't even go to subways no more.
But yeah, as a whole, this country has to tackle the gun violence. They have to do something.
We tackling the wrong things. We tackling women's bodies, but not the guns that kill the children that we produce.
Yeah, it's a political, politics is a game, and they do what they do. They be doing their politics, their politics, and they.
I'm just saying, Johnny, we want to come down on the people who produce these babies, but not the ones that kill them. So it's stupid.
This country has to do better, and hopefully it will, and we'll see how it goes in these next couple of years. But you gotta, we as people, for those, some people may feel differently, but go out and vote and put the people in power that you. Because I'm saying, at the end of the day, all these politicians to me it's the same. They sell the game, so it's like it makes it hard to pick who you go for. But exercise your right to vote and pick the people that you feel will do right by you when you put them in office. Because that'd be the one thing. All the politicians sound good when it's election time and it's time to vote and put people in position. They all sound good. It's just a matter of what happens after you put them in the position,
Right.
That's when you're like, oh, damn, they ain't even responding no more. They go in the shadows. They hide them. But when it's, oh, shit, election come up in a few months, rallies, saying all the good stuff to get you, oh, shit,
to vote.
That's the person I want. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, we the people just going to have to find a way to hold these people in power and accountable. Right. I don't know how, but we're just gonna have to find a way to hold them accountable. Exercising our right to vote is one way. We must use it, but we must find other ways because we all know it's just how politics work. They all talk that good game when it's time to get that. It's time to get voted in, and it's like boom, right after they get voted in, it's the same shit. It's like damn.
Bullshit, yeah.
It's the same bullshit. And then when it's time to go again, some people remember that, or some people fall for the next one. So as I say, as a whole, this country got to get better. We the people got to get better, and the people that we put in power need to do better. So I feel like we all need to do better, and I pray and wish the best for this country. But we have some issues that we must fix.
Right.
Now we're going.
You're right.
We're gonna. It was a little controversial, but we're gonna talk on a little lighter note. This news is a little much lighter, but for those who don't know, Khaby Lame is now the most followed person on TikTok, and for those who don't know, he's someone that became very popular on YouTube.
I like him.
I like his videos. His videos make me laugh. Like I enjoy his videos.
They do.
So, but he became very popular, obviously, in celebration of him becoming the most followed person. He dethroned like the TikTok queen, and he became the number one most followed person on TikTok. The New York Post wrote an article. Instead of just saying he was a sensation or whatnot, they went with the ex factory worker turned YouTube / TikTok superstar has become the most followed person. I could see, I don't agree with the hell, but I could see it's like, rags to riches kind of story, but it just feels like it didn't come off that way. I feel like maybe that was I can't even speak for them. Maybe that was the approach they wanted, but I don't feel like that was that's not how it came out or rolled out. So people read it's like, damn, you can't just celebrate, he's the most followed, he's doing his thing, and just give him a nod. We have to mention his rags to riches story. It's like, ex factory worker. How do you feel about the headline? Fair, foul, or
no? Because I just feel like if it was a white person, we would have never talked about. And let's just say if a white person went to jail, came out, and made $1 million over TikTok, we wouldn't be talking about, this person who just came out of jail made $1 million on TikTok. We wouldn't give a shit about that. But here we are talking about this man's success. And whenever we talk about his success, and I've seen this just on that headline, I've seen it a lot just on any headline. Whenever they talk about his success, they talk about his, like, how he was poor and all this other shit. It's irritating as hell. Like, why can't we just celebrate him? Why can't we just make him feel like, he's just a dope creator? Like, nobody else came up with that. He came up with it. He's a dope creator.
I love his video. So every time his video pops up, it makes me laugh. But yeah, it's like,
but that's what I'm saying. Why not just call him a dope creator? Why is it that we have to throw that in there? Like, I hate that. They do that for all black people. Mm-hmm. Whenever they talk about Tyler Perry, they talk about, how he lived in his car and now he's who. But why we gotta talk about that? Why can't we just talk about his great success? We don't do that for fucking white people. When they talk about Eminem, they don't talk about how he was a trailer trash. They just talk about how his music is great and one of the greatest.
But I'm saying, like, for them to bring that is just like, they should have just put out, this new rising sensation, for those who don't know, has cemented his name at the top. He is now the most followed. They could use any other word. But again, like I said, it'd be some underlying stuff when it comes to this. And I'm pretty sure
because it's
they did.
TikTok already be stealing from.
You said what?
TikTok already be stealing black people's creations and shit. So that's why I don't fuck with TikTok.
Yeah, a lot of you can say a lot of them creations, a lot of more popular TikTokers definitely have been influenced. What's the other word? Influence and inspired / take other original content and put it out on their platforms and be recognized as the creator of said content. When they're not, they just have the bigger platform. So if I see it on the bigger platform, most people will be like, that person started, not knowing that someone with a much smaller platform that you never heard of is the one who originated it, but you're not going to see that because you're gonna see it on the other person first, and you're gonna assume, oh, this person got this set amount of followers. This is the big platform. That's the person who created it. Definitely, I've seen that's been one of the more issues just with not even TikTok, just all these, just creating stuff. Like with all these platforms nowadays, people taking people's content and running with it as if it's their own. Everyone.
But I love his videos.
Wait, you said what?
I love his videos, and
I enjoy his videos. His videos make me laugh. That does enjoy his videos. I find it funny, and it's like it's so simple. He doesn't try and do nothing
extra. Yeah,
it's just he does the video, and it's like, oh, so I find it funny. I enjoy it. Well, we're gonna slide away from that topic and move on to maybe we'll get flying cars one day. Maybe there'll be flying cars, and maybe we'll be in the Matrix one day. Maybe. But supposedly, China is developing a mind-reading device, a device to read your mind in hopes. The sole purpose of this device, mind-reading device, is to slow down the consumption of porn, basically. Adult content. So China wants to slow down the consumption of porn. So they want to create a device that can read your mind. That shit sounds crazy as fuck. That shit sounds crazy.
I don't think people want to read my mind. I ain't got no friends as it is.
Listen, I don't think anybody wants their mind to be read. I feel like that's the ultimate invasion of privacy, but they go by a set of different rules in that country, so I don't know how it will work over there. But that sounds crazy.
Like, I'd rather have robots.
Yeah, and then the robots gonna be able to read your mind too. They get the technology for it. Oh shit, the robot gonna be able to read your mind. I don't know. That shit sounds crazy. Kind of scary to think about, like the shit people be trying to do.
Right. I mean, it's not a bad thing if they just reading it for like for pedophiles and like porno watchers. But that's not a bad thing.
Don't say that's a slippery slope. Who's to say that's the only thing they'll be peeking in your mind for? It's just like
if I'm a regular person, they don't need to do it to me. But if you're a pedophile, you've been registered as a pedophile.
I guess in that situation, but that's not even the topic of discussion. They want to slow down
porno.
No, yeah, they want to slow down the consumption of porno.
So if you've been caught watching porno, then then let it happen to you.
But it's like I understand that, but what if you watch a normal to below normal rate of porn? Not everybody, I guess. How do they come to the conclusion people just over?
What's a normal rate of porn?
I don't know. That's my point.
But you have to know because you just said. No, I said you watching.
No, I said what? Yeah, I did. I said what if you watch it? Listen, I get what you're saying. I did say that, but my point is like how.
So then.
No, that's my point. How do you what?
But now you have to.
What I have to what? I don't have the answer. I'm saying how do you come to the conclusion this person watched too much porn in a set day or week? What is the number?
You sign on to these porno sites.
I don't think everybody does that. I don't think everybody.
I don't know. I don't watch porn. But I'm saying you gave an example, so you must watch porn, so you know how it works, right?
I don't know how it works. But I'm not gonna lie and say I've never watched porn. I've watched porn, but I'm just saying like. What's their threshold to say, oh, this person watched too much? Like that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you,
Johnny? Because if you sign on to a bunch of websites, but Johnny, if you sign on to a bunch of websites and you watching more than an hour of porn, you doing too much.
I guess I don't. That's what I'm saying. I guess I can't say. I don't know what their threshold would be. But
I would think it would be an hour if you watch more than
an hour. Watching, so let's just say that maybe let's just say that the threshold's an hour. You think watching an hour of porn a day or a day is warrants? No, I'm just asking. I don't know. Warrants someone trying to read your mind to make you stop watching for an hour a day? No, I'm asking.
I didn't say an hour a day. I said an hour in a week. That's a lot.
An hour in a week?
Yeah. So if you watch more than an hour in a week, I think you should get your mind read.
That's to say, I got to know what the threshold we're looking at.
I just told you mine. I think if you watch more than an hour a week, then you should get your mind read.
An hour a week?
Yeah. I think you're pushing it with an hour in a week.
I don't know. Like I said, I need threshold. I need to see how many.
I just told you. More than an hour in a week. That's a lot. How long is porn, Johnny?
It depends. It literally depends on the video. Not all videos the same length.
Roughly, how long is a porno?
Honestly, I don't know. I really don't know.
You don't know, or you just don't want to say that?
I don't know the answer to that. I just don't know the answer to that. Nah, but
it's okay, Johnny. I'm not gonna put you on the spot.
I'm telling you from what I've seen. There's different time lengths on different videos. I'm saying I can't tell you what's
okay. So roughly, how long is a regular most of the pornos you watch, right? How long is
what's regular? That's what I'm trying to tell you. What
right? Okay, regular is a little foreplay in the beginning, I guess, and then getting to the business. How long does those usually take?
Hold on, I'm just reading this article. I'm gonna answer your question.
Johnny, just answer my question.
It says the device is 80% accurate. So I don't know, man. And it's funny. It says my reading device that detects when men watch porn. So I guess their men is having a porn watching issue. I just read it to prevent adult consumption.
So how, right? How long is a regular video?
Like to me, it's just you asking me I can't tell you how long is a regular video. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what's regular. I just don't know regular, but I'm telling you there's different types of minutes when it comes to it. But
okay.
I guess they have a consumption issue when it comes to people out there, and they want to prevent it. So they want to limit people's hours.
Maybe that's good for the world.
Maybe, but everyone watch their porn. They're not bothering nobody. As long as the porn is legal.
You don't know who they bothering. You don't know what type of porn they watching.
Listen, it's a lot of different types of porns out there, but I'm just saying, if someone's watching in their private piece of home, and as long as it's legal, let them enjoy themselves. Or you gotta read their mind. For that, you could make. If they feel that strongly about it, they could make rules and just outright ban the shit and just remove it in general. Just remove it.
Read their minds. Read what kind of.
No, if it's that much of an issue, why you gotta read my mind? Just ban it. Take it out.
I want them to read their mind because I want to know what kind of perverts are out there.
You're a pervert. You watch porno?
I don't know, Johnny. Are you a pervert?
No.
Okay, well, I mean, this is only my opinion.
Well, maybe that's what they feel, how they feel about them over there. It's like, yep, they're pervs.
Right.
Maybe this is to address the pervs that watch. That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. What is the threshold to say, oh, nah, he's really a perv? Like this, he watched all these.
I already told you what's the perv limit.
You're going with an hour a day.
Hour a week.
Oh,
Johnny.
hour a week. It's an hour a week. Hey, listen, those people would just be prepared. Your mind's about to be read, so if you got some other shit on your mind, scratch that shit, because they are going to know. Well, when we're gonna, transition to one of ASO's favorite segments, and we're gonna jump right into ASO Fab 4. And like I said earlier in the pod, as we open, what inspired and influenced this choice for Fab 4 on this week's episode is the verses that we just recently watched. And so in honor of that verses and verses to come, me and my co-hosts have came with a list of our Fab 4 verses we would like to see. I got my list. There's a lot of matchups and things. There's a lot of stuff. There's a couple ones I want to see, but I got my legit list of 4. Bree, you got your 4?
Yes.
I'm actually interested to see what your 4 is.
Why?
I want to see what your 4 would be.
Well, why?
Because I'll explain it after I see your list. Are you ready for my list?
You go ahead.
Obviously, I'm gonna go first because you're gonna make me go first. At number 4. At number 4, I'm gonna go Dr. Dre versus Diddy. We get that East Coast, West Coast nostalgia. That East Coast, West Coast. Dre once was a representative of Death Row. They represented the Bad Boy, and just getting that East Coast, West Coast in a positive light. Years removed from the, unfortunate negative East Coast, West Coast beef that was fueled by the media and outside people on it. But, positive, something that, a positive that we could look forward and pay homage and, enjoy the show, and while it being, a competition. My number 3, number 2 is so tough. I'm gonna switch my number 3 and my number 2. I'm gonna switch my number 3 and my number 2. So my number 3 is gonna be what we talked about earlier on the possibility of having my number 3 be Usher versus Chris Brown at number 3.
Okay.
At number 3. My number 2 would be, it's a slash. So it's one group versus one group or slash other group. Either or, that would be my number 2. So my number 2 would be G-Unit versus Dipset / Lock. So it's either G-Unit versus Dipset or G-Unit versus the Locks. That would be my number 2. That's what I have at my number 2. I feel like any combination of G-Unit versus either group would be a great versus. And guess what I got at number 1, Bree? at number 1, I got your favorite artist. I got the Queen B, Beyonce versus Rihanna at number 1. I think that would be a dope.
That was my number. That was my number 2. That was my number 2.
I didn't even think you would put Beyonce on your verses. I thought you would be like, she is much far ahead. She is too big for her. I'm surprised you put her in there.
No, I did. She's number 2.
Okay, so what's your 4? That was my 4. What's your 4?
All right. So at number 4, I thought I would love to see, to be honest with you, Missy Elliott versus Busta Rhymes.
That'll be a good one. Interesting, very good one. There people like I can see the styles and like the videos they did and how they are. That would be a good one.
Right. At number 3, I would like to see Avant versus Babyface.
Did Babyface do one?
He did, but I don't think they matched it up good. I think Avant and Babyface would be perfect.
Okay, now that's what I was just asking.
Or
I picked
Avant because I think Avant needs to do a versus because he had so many hits in the 90s. Avant and Brian McKnight. Oh my god. Oh my god.
No, listen.
Oh my god.
Yeah, to switch because Dipset and Lots both did a versus.
I know, but both of those people, I just want to see Avant do a versus, to be honest.
Yeah.
But it has to be with somebody in the 90s. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, arrows have to match up.
Right.
What's number 2?
Beyonce versus Rihanna. I thought that would be a good remake, a good like fight. Even though Beyonce would kill it, but Rihanna will be going at it with her. And at number 1, Nas versus Jay-Z.
Oh, Usher and Chris Brown didn't make your Fab 4? They didn't make the top 4?
Nah, I'm not. I don't really, but I see Jay-Z and Nas going there and killing that shit. Can you imagine?
It'll be a dope versus. I think it'll be a dope versus.
Right.
Jay-Z and Nas is one of my honorable mentions. I had Ye and Drake as one of my honorable mentions. I had a couple of my honorable mentions. But
I really want to see Missy Elliott and Busta Rhymes. I think that would be a dope. Because they had some real fucking hits. And Missy Elliott vote for like Tweet, Aaliyah. So it'll be dope to see.
Yeah, I feel like there's still some big time artists that could do it, willing if they want to do it. But I feel like there's some big time artists that should do it. But
I feel like Busta Rhymes and Missy Elliott will be a good run.
I think so. They definitely have their their catalog. They got their
right. And at that time, if you remember, one was dancing in garbage bags, the other one was dressed in like a colorful, like it was just crazy. Their videos were crazy. Their songs were crazy. They were hits.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Busta Rhymes definitely got hits, and I'm saying it definitely be I think that would be a good battle. It would be a good versus. I don't know if they would agree to do one, but I think that would be a really good one. I like your list. I really thought you wasn't gonna put Beyonce on your list. I really thought you was gonna keep her away from your list.
Listen, I would never disrespect the Queen Bee like that. Okay. All I'm saying is Rihanna will give her a run for the money, but I don't know. I don't know.
I think it'd be dope. I think just they have so many hits. I think it would just go back and forth.
Right, it'll come down to, for them especially, it'll come down to performance.
I feel like, I feel like for some of them it does come down. It will come down to performance. Some of them it's like they have the records, but it's just like how they perform it and how the crowd receives it, or opens up to them. But yeah, I definitely feel that.
Right.
But I think both our Fab Fours was legit good. I think we both had good Fab Fours. But with that being said, that's a wrap on this brand new episode of Another Shit Penny Podcast. It's your boy John, my co-host Bree, and we are out.